on grounding, rooting down. And that always, on the physical, it relates to your low back, your legs, and your feet. So, kind of working those physical ideas to create a real connection literally to the earth. So, start by lifting and spreading your 10 toes for a few breaths. And you may notice when you lift your toes vigorously, you're stretching the soles of your feet. So, it does help to open up the feet. But it can also be like anything that we do, you can do too much of it. So I'm noticing a lot of tension in my knees as I'm stretching my toes. So lift and spread your toes and then do half of that. Like don't let them go all the way down, but just soften the work there so you're not doing so much of it. And then let your toes actually completely settle down. And then when your toes settle down, very lightly press the tips of your toes into the mat as though you're going to pick something up with your toes. And so all of these things are gradations and degrees. I can't tell you how much you should be doing. The best way to figure it out is just notice the feedback in your body. So let's do that process one more time. Lift and spread your 10 toes. Take a couple breaths, noticing what's turning on, and it may not be bad things turning on. Like I'm noticing my inner thighs, which soles of the feet also connect to your inner thighs. And then soften, but keep your toes lifted. Do a little less. How does that feel in your body? And let your toes settle down. Some students leave their toes up all the time, and that may be you. So settling your toes down might feel completely funky and weird. And then imagine that your toes are picking something up lightly. You can do that aggressively. Do it aggressively. Let's say you are one that tends to have low arches or feet, in air quotes, flat feet problems. Trying to pick your mat up will lift your arches also. Now, your arches are also bony structure. It's not just that you've got these muscular structures in your feet. You've got a bony structure that is either lifted or not lifted. So play around with that and then keep your focus on your feet as you inhale, reach your arms overhead. Keep your focus on your feet, even though now we're talking to our upper body a little bit. As you exhale, draw the front of your rib cage in, keep your arms reaching long. And then the question is here, A, can you keep your attention on your feet? B, can you make your back and arms feel longer with your belly pulling in without tightening your neck and your shoulders? Okay? Step by step, slowly we creep. Now, keeping all the things that we've just put into place, go ahead and lift your hips a little or a lot. If you're not ready for a full bridge pose, just come up a little bit to activate the back of your thighs. Breathing in and breathing out. So this is a physical exercise to ground and root your energy to work the first energy center. Now, all of yoga, because when we practice the physical practice, is going to ground and root you. And as I said, I don't know if I said it before, but I'll say it again. Your first energy center, your survival center, your health center, your money center, it needs attention every day. This one needs to be worked every single day so that you always feel good in your body, grounded in your body, and as healthy as you can be, stable and healthy. That's the name of that game. All right, roll your spine down, keep your arms long, and then go ahead, bring your hands behind your head. Take a moment, rest for a second, still have some light attention at your feet. Take a couple breaths in and out. So to activate any of your energy centers, it doesn't take long. It just takes your willingness, your attention, and your intentionality. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Now bring your elbows towards your face. Exhale, curl your spine up. Wiggle around side to side so you're as high up off of your two shoulder blades as you can be. You're still drawing your navel in. You're still lightly pressing your feet down. You're going to hold this pose for 8.
You're
4,
muffled for
3,
me.
2, 1. Lower everything back down. Open your elbows out. Great. Now, lift your right foot up, then your left foot up. So you're in a reverse tabletop. And one thing, good Sid, one thing to be mindful of here is you'll want to pull your knees in closer to your chest. That makes it easier. Position your knees right over your hips. Now, of course, your feet are just feeling the air now, right? There's no contact, but can you ask your body to feel the air around the soles of your feet for a few moments? Exhale, draw your ribs in, and then if you're ready, go ahead, elbows to your face, curl up off of your two shoulder blades and hold. So this kind of slow, not moving core work stabilizes your lower back. This is the core that stabilizes you, not the core that moves you. I mean, lifting your head up, that's the core that moves you. But we're working stability, especially for the low back. Come back down, reach both of your arms overhead. Draw your rib cage in. You're going to keep your head down. You're going to reach your hands to the sky. This is called dead bug. This is one of those exercises. If you said to me, what are the top 10 exercises, 10 yoga poses I should be doing on the reg, I'd have to put this one in. It's normal to get shaky. Keep holding, keep breathing, keep pressing your waistline or your back rib cage or your lower back into the mat. Watch pulling your knees closer to you for 8, 7, 6. You want to hold this one for at least 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now cactus your arms. Keep your legs in this position. Exhale, float your legs to the right. You're not going into a full twist. Notice if your feet and ankles are in the same position or if you brought everything together. Come back to dead bug. I know. Exhale to the left. Try to keep your legs in this weird position. And come back center. Now, say when I have you go to the right, it's kind of bothering your lower back. Then I do want you to pull your knees closer in and hover to the right. So it won't be quite as challenging for your core probably, but it might feel better on your low back. Come back through center. If you're fine, keep your knees in line with the front of your hips. Exhale, so your legs will be a little further away. That's really good, Noreen. This is hard. Inhale, center. Awesome, Stephanie. Hard in the sense to keep your body organized like this while we move. And center. Take your time. You can move a little more slowly or a little more quickly than me. And center. Exhale. Center. One more time to the left. Great. Bring both feet down. Bring your hands down by your hips. Walk your shoulder blades underneath your body. And keep your hips down for this moment. Come back to the ends of your toes. Come back to the ends of your fingertips. And then pay attention to your shoulder blades squeezing in underneath you. Now, what if you could pick your shoulder blades up and push them towards the back of your rib cage, especially the lower shoulder blades, not so much the upper shoulder area, but that middle back area. Push your shoulder blades into your ribs, which will also maybe give you a sensation that you're pushing into your upper spine. And then let your upper spine lift more towards the ceiling as you're breathing in. Roll your shoulders back. So you're doing two things. Your upper back is lifting towards the ceiling, towards your chest and heart. The front of your shoulders are rolling back and tacking down and wide. Keep all of those ideas. Begin to lift your hips again. So really refining Setu Bandha bridge pose. Now, if you'd like to make this pose more challenging, go ahead and lift your heels. Now we're into calves and hamstrings. Ankles are squeezing in. And reach your hips like someone's pulling your hips towards the tips of your toes. See if that gives you more length in your spine, especially those of you who get a little crunchy on back bends. Good, Marcia. That's it. Good, Sid. If you're ready to work even more challenge, right leg lifts to the sky and we hold. one-legged bridge. You know I'm a fan of this because you can't cheat it. If your left side is weak, now you're really working your left side. And then we change to the right, and if your right side is weak, then that becomes illuminated and you're working it. We do these so much, I don't think you guys have a weak left or right side at this point. And everything comes back down. Exhale, hug your right knee to your chest. Circle your right ankle out. Go the other way, spread your toes. Really articulate, good Elena, the entire ankle. That's it, Molly. Good, Sandy. Reach your right leg to the sky, flex your foot, spread your toes. Anchor your right hip down. At the same time you anchor your right hip down, reach your right thigh up. See if that gives you a little deeper expression of the pose or maybe a more specific stretch. Best of your ability, relax your shoulders. It's not so much like you're doing bridge pose when I said shoulder blades together, heart lifting, shoulders back. You're not doing a big version of that, but you could do a little bit of that and see if it gives you a deeper hamstring opener. Now, everybody in this position, I want you to reach your inner thighs towards the top of your mat, away from your face. See if that gives you a deeper expression. The only caveat being there's a few of you who are super flexible in your hamstrings. When you reach your inner thighs forward, it may be too much of a stretch right at the bottom of your butt, the beginning of your hamstring. All right. If you want this to be a softer practice day, stay here. Just stay in the hamstring stretch. If you want a little more ab work, lift up, reach your arms forward, point your leg long, lower down, exhale, flex and lift. One-legged yoga walks. Nice, Julie. Great, David. One-legged yoga walks. That's it. Now, as you're moving, good Shoshana, as you're moving, I want you to feel your left foot. Feel your left foot as you're moving. So that's the whole point. First energy center grounded. Second energy center likes movement. We really need to have both things together to be happy souls. Come on back. Grab your right leg. Take another breath. Right foot down. Exhale, left knee to chest. Circle. So first energy center is earth. Second energy center is water. The two opposite elements. I always like to say together they make mud. And when you're happy like a pig in mud. Go the other way. So we want mobility and stability. This comes from your Yoga Sutras, Sthira, Sukham, Asanam. Reach your left leg to the sky, which means steady and sweet or steady and spacious in every yoga pose. Relax your shoulders back. Now anchor your left hip down. Reach your left inner thigh up. Find the idea that we found in bridge, a little bit of shoulders rolling back, not aggressively. You're not even really bringing shoulder blades together, but just a little bit of that idea. Feel your right foot. Reach your inner thighs forward. See how that feels in your body. And then again, holding the pose, or exhale, lift up, reach your arms forward, palms up, good Noreen, and movement, point down, flex up. Point down, that's it, Sandy, flex up. Point down, flex up. Good, Penny. So glad you made it today, Penny. Point down, good, Catherine, flex up, that's it. 4, nice, Paula. Good choice, Paula. 3, right. If I don't remember to tell you not to lift your head up because of neck stuff, just don't lift your head up when we do ab work. And come on back. Let's go back to the stretch one more time. Roll your shoulders back. All right, so first energy center relates to your feet. Second energy center relates to your sacrum and your hips. Both feet down, so let's do it. Cross your right ankle above your left knee. Cactus your arms. Of course, we're going to Use our abs for a minute. Exhale, lift both legs toward you, moving eye of the needle, just lower body. Exhale, left foot lifts. Use your left leg, the strength of your left leg, to bring your right leg closer to you. Exhale, just lower body for now. 3, 2, 1. Pause here. Use your left leg to hold the pose. If you're ready for a little more, exhale, reach both arms forward, come up and hold the pose this way. And it's a little bit of a dance because it's easy to go, okay, now I'm doing core, and forget about using your left leg. Use your left leg to get your right shin as close to your body as you can. Now, hold your left foot with your left hand. Put your right foot with your left hand. You knew what I meant, hopefully. And put your left foot back down. So this is a nice way to work pigeon idea. And then go ahead and rock and roll. So take your knee to the right and take your foot to the left. Just go back and forth with your upper leg. That's it. Your left foot's on the mat. You're just manipulating, holding your own foot with your hand, rocking back and forth, getting some movement into that hip. Your left foot is staying totally stable. Totally stable. Good. Great. Now, this is a moment of truth in terms of your own practice. Bring your right foot as far to the left as you can. Check out what's happening in your right hip. How does it feel? What's going on? Great. Now, move your right knee back over to the right. More like you're going to a happy baby. You could change the hand. You could use your right arm. Those of you who are flexible probably need to use your right hand. Good, Julie. And really come into a nice half happy baby. And check it out. What are you feeling here? Now, if I'm being honest, and I am, I get a totally different stretch in happy baby than I do with the more pigeony thing pulling across. So then your third question is, what do you need more, the happy baby or the leg pulling across version? And you've had time to do both. Great. Deep breath in, full breath out. And then if it's comfortable, cross your right knee on top of your left knee. If that's too much, don't do it. Walk your left foot to the right. Walk your hips to the right and come into a really deep twisted root stretch. Uncross your legs if it's too deep. That's it. Take a few breaths here. Finding the softness in your practice, which is a little easier to do when we're lying down. It's easier to kind of give over to the open part of the practice when we're not asking our body to do so much standing and moving and all of that. Uncross your legs, come back through center. Left ankle on top of right knee. And we're just doing lower body. As you exhale, use your right leg to bring your left leg close to you. Inhale, tap down. So again, stabilizing abs. As we open the hip up. Also learning how to use another body part than our hands to do work. 3, 2, exhale, hold here. If you want a little bit more work, come up, reach your arms forward, hold. So as you lift, notice how the upper body wants to take over. Don't forget to use your right leg to bring your shin closer to you. And release. Right hand grabs left foot. I think I said that better now. And you're not changing your right leg. You're still connected to your right foot to the mat. You're just going to swing your left leg back and forth across your torso and then out by your rib cage. Not really getting into a full half happy baby here. Just moving your hip joint, your thigh. And then our exploration, bringing your leg across for this more pigeony idea. Check it out. See how it feels in your body. What's your feedback? You need a little bit of time to land and see the feedback. And then take it across more towards a half happy baby. You could switch holding your left foot with your left hand if that makes more sense. And then pressing your thigh down, noticing the difference in the stretch. And then making a decision if you would rather be in happy baby or if you'd rather be in the pigeon. And it might be a different decision on side 2 based on what feedback you're getting. You can also do both sides. You can do both poses. And then if it was fine for you, try twisted root. If that's too deep, don't cross your legs. Walk your right foot to the left, swing your hips to the left, and then drop into the twist. And enjoy the twist. Good, Julie. Enjoy the twist. Good, Stephanie. Good, Marcia. This may be the last part of this practice that you really actually do enjoy. Great. Uncross. Turn to your right side body. Take a couple breaths in fetal pose, right side body. And perhaps set an intention for the rest of the practice to pay attention to whatever's touching your mat is rooting into the mat. And whatever's not touching the mat, you could be freeing up. You could be finding more space. All right, come to hands and knees as you're ready. Just coming into tabletop. So when you are paying attention to your feet, you're activating your root energy center. When you're paying attention to your hands, you're activating your heart energy center. And I always think of root and heart working together, because if you don't feel stable and secure in your life,